and salutations. My name is Ollie, and it is a Monday, and I just got off work. Yay! For today's nugget of wisdom, we give thanks to Alan Watts, who says the following. A way of liberation can have no positive definition. It has to be suggested by saying what it is not, somewhat as a sculptor reveals an image by the act of removing pieces of stone from a block. Enlightenment, awakening, liberation from the cycle of pleasure and suffering, life and death. These things cannot be defined in a positive manner. In other words, no one can tell you what these things are. The only thing anyone can say about these is what they aren't. And so you arrive at a sort of definition by default, a definition by subtraction. By removing all the things that aren't it, what you're left with is the real deal. I like this passage because it lines up nicely with a few others that I've shared with you on this channel. Like for instance, I think it was Adyashanti who said that enlightenment is a destructive process. You're destroying all the things that are false in your life. You're getting rid of false beliefs, false expectations, false motivations. You're getting rid of all the things you identify with that aren't actually you. And by doing that, what you're left with at the end has to be authentically you. And when you arrive at that experience of what is truly and authentically you, I would argue that that is the experience of enlightenment. That is the experience of liberation, because you no longer have to pretend to be something you're not. And as I've said numerous times on this channel, in one way, shape, or form, these identities, these labels, these things we identify with are nothing short of imprisonment. They are the opposite of liberation. They keep you contained. They restrict who you are and what you can be. Because if I'm a straight, cisgendered male, then I can't be anything else. If I'm a Democrat, I can't agree with a Republican. If I'm an atheist, I have to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say all religion is stupid, right? I can't stray from that because that's my identity. I'm an atheist, and this is what atheists believe, and this is what atheists do. So you see how that restricts you. It prevents you from experiencing things that might fall outside of that prism, outside of that label that you identify with. So yes, liberation, enlightenment, awakening, this is a destructive process. It is a process that is described by suggesting what it ain't. And by doing that, you arrive at what it is, which cannot be described, cannot be verbalized. Not well, not effectively. You might be able to do a shitty job of it like I try to do on this channel, but all of my descriptions fall short. This is something that transcends the linguistic center of your mind. It's rooted in the direct experience of things, and you cannot describe it except to say what it isn't. That's what Alan Watts says, and god damn it, I got to agree with the man. He's a wise dude. Well, that's it for me today. Thanks again for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, live well, my friends.